wonder, well, could you help me place this call?
Hello there, welcome to my channel. My name is Doug and I'm back with another fountain pen video. Today is another in a continuing series of videos I call Pass Gas with Doug. Pass Gas stands for Pen Acquisition Syndrome and Gear Acquisition Syndrome. In today's episode, I'm pleased to announce a line of pen accessories that I have designed and my son is 3D printing and selling in his Etsy store. I've named these 3D printed products Ink Buddy. I named it that because, well, it's about ink, and it's Canadian, eh, buddy?
What's garbage? Well, what do you expect? They're Canadian.
I will show these products and talk about how they were created. I'm also going to do an update on an upgrade of my Wing Sung 601 Flighter. This pen was one of my best of 2020 and is now even better. Let me show you how I did that and what I think are some really cool pen accessories right now. So my son has been designing and building 3D printed items related to cosplay, costumes, and props for a number of years now. He has completely designed, printed, built, and finished full-size armor outfits from The Mandalorian, as well as props from Star Wars, like lightsabers, and from Star Trek, like these comm badges. When I saw him printing these things, I went online to the Thingiverse and found a few pen-related accessories that he printed for me. Here are some of them. These pen stands that I painted myself are made out of a plastic PLA, and they sit on my desk all the time. And pen stands like this one. This one takes 4 pens. I've got ones that take 6 pens, 9 pens, and the one I use for size comparisons as well. This one was printed in white but painted black. It's also made in PLA. And this Ink Miser like ink vial. I haven't actually used this to decant ink. Instead I use it to hold these little weebles we call ink vials while I'm filling up my pen to keep it from falling over, because it makes it more stable than this. I also use it to put a pen in to keep the nib up or down, as the case may be. If I'm opening up a barrel and I don't want to lay it down because the ink will spill out, I'll put the barrel in there. And sometimes, because I've put a little piece of tissue at the bottom of it, if I'm cleaning a pen, for example, I'll place the pen in nib down so that that little bit of tissue will absorb some moisture and dry the pen up. So this little guy has been very, very useful. So one day while I was filling a pen from a Robert Oster bottle, those of you that like Robert Oster will know that they are weebles in themselves. I thought it would be great to have something to stabilize the base of these really top-heavy Robert Oster bottles. As I have a 30-year career in theater design and teaching architectural drafting, including teaching AutoCAD and SketchUp, I thought I'd put my hand to designing a Robert Oster bottle stabilizer. After using a product as feature-rich, deep, and robust as AutoCAD, using their online 3D modeling tool Tinkercad has been a bit frustrating, but I found ways of dealing with it for simple models like this. I went through a number of designs and finally came up with this simple design. It is basically a cylinder that accommodates a Robert Oster 30 milliliter bottle and has a stabilizing base with Ink Buddy embedded into it. My son and I printed a few prototypes and then decided on using a resin printer rather than the usual PLA plastic for this. And here is the item that we printed, and it is in a resin done in a different kind of way than a PLA printer. It actually rises up out of a pool of resin, and this is in a translucent red resin, and it fits the Robert Oster bottle perfectly. And it has Ink Buddy, there it is, Ink Buddy embedded into the base. Very solid item, and it works for me every time I use one of these bottles. You only need one of these because you can just pop it in whenever you want to fill your pen and then put your bottle elsewhere. Then I thought about stabilizing this ever-growing collection of wobbly-weebly ink sample vials. Again, I went with some very basic shapes and made a base that accommodates 9 vials. This is printed using PLA, and in this case it is black PLA. This PLA plastic, like the resin, can be painted any color you want. I liked the 9 vial holder very much, but I felt it took up a lot of desk space for just a few vials of ink. So I made a thick rectangle with holes for 45 vials. And here is the piece. It is basically a slab of PLA that has 45 holes in it for vials of ink, and on the bottom it has indents to take the tops of another layer so you can stack them. So you have 4 ink vials in the corners. You can start another layer that fits right on top, just like that. And it's very sturdy. So if you have some vertical storage space and you have lots of ink vials, you can just stack these ink buddies one on top of each other.
I'm not your buddy, friend. He's not your friend, guy. I'm not your guy, buddy. He's not your buddy, friend. I'm not your friend, guy. Let's give it up, guy.
You can put labels on the ends if you want to do some inventory, or on the back because they're only embossed with Ink Buddy on the fronts. Then I turned my thoughts to a pen stand. Now these other pen stands are great, but I thought I'd combine an ink bottle with a pen stand. So I made an Ink Buddy cube caddy. This one is in orange PLA, but of course you can have it printed in any color or paint this one. I just haven't gotten around to painting this one. But this Ink Buddy will accept 4 fountain pens up to the girth of a Moonman M800 or a Leonardo Momento Zero, which are exactly the same diameter, and it accepts a single bottle of Robert Oster ink in the inside. And it says Ink Buddy embossed on one side and on the other. I'm thinking of making another cube that accepts this hexagonal bottle of Leonardo ink because I like the ink so much, and I like that hexagonal shape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Octagonal, not hexagonal. It's octagonal. But I can make one that accommodates any bottle of ink as long as it's not larger than this 30 milliliter bottle of Leonardo. I'm also toying with the idea of making a pen caddy that is elliptical in shape and will take an Iroshizuku bottle with a couple of pens around it. I think that would be kind of cool. Let me know in the comments if you'd be interested in something like this for your desk, and I'll keep you updated on my design progress. Each of these items is now on sale in my son's Etsy store called AlliedArmourers. He also sells a number of other non-pen related items like these really cool mask holder designs from Star Wars, Mortal Kombat, and Doomslayer styles. The Ink Buddy 9 ink vial tray is $12.30 US. The Ink Buddy 45 ink vial stackable tray is $20.50 US. The Ink Buddy Robert Oster ink bottle stabilizer is $4.10 US. And the Ink Buddy caddy for a Robert Oster bottle and 4 pens is $16.40. All of the revenue of these sales go to my son, none to me. Now on to the upgrade to my Wingsung 601 flighter. Here is what I bought and how I installed the upgrade. Here's the sleeve. Open it up and we have, this is my steel hood for my Wingsung 601 glider. Open it up. There we are. And see if it matches. Yeah, looks very nice. Okay, so I'm going to try to do this surgery on camera and live. And please remember, kiddies, don't try this at home. Remember, I am not a professional.
Woohoo! I'm a college man! I won't need my high school diploma anymore! I am too smart! I am too smart! I am too smart! I am too smart! S-M-R-T! I mean S-M-A-R-R-T!
Emphasis on not. You can see that I'm prepared because this is going to be a hot swap of this stainless steel hood for the plastic hood while the pen is inked. So the trick on this is to get that hood lined up with that nib. And I know it was tricky when I was putting my 618 together with a new nib and this one as well. But it can be done. I'm going to try to show you how. First, get the old one off. And once you get this hood off, this is a lot of ink right here. And you have to watch out for this little rubber ring, silicone ring right there. That keeps that ink from seeping out. Now, if I just put this on without doing anything else, it will end up being misaligned. And it's pretty much 180 degrees misaligned. So I'm going to take note of that. Take this back off again. Let's see it past that little O-ring. And this ink collector and feed slides into that collar. And I'm going to check the orientation, and I'm going to hold my thumb right here to make sure I don't turn this barrel, and pull that out. You can see why I have gloves on, and turn it right around 180 degrees.
No, God!
And put it back in again. Just like that. I could have turned that, but I had to go 180 degrees. There. Now, put that hood back on again. And it's lined up perfectly. First time. Wonderful. I'm going to make sure that's tight and that there are no ink leaks. And then I'll take my gloves off and we'll give this a try. One of the differences I'm hoping to see with this swap is that right now with the plastic hood and you post the pen, it was slightly back weighted. And I was hoping that the extra weight of the hood would actually help the balance of this pen a little bit more. So we shall find out in a moment. That was very successful. No one died.
Oh my God! They killed Kenny! You
Bad person. And here is the pen now. I was concerned about two things with this upgrade. One, would the brushed steel section be slippery? And two, would the added weight of the stainless steel hood unbalance the pen unduly? The answer to the second question is, it actually makes the balance of the pen better as it focuses the weight of the pen down towards the nib and the paper, and it also helps to better counterbalance the cap when it's posted. As to the slick section, yes, it is a little slicker than the black plastic hood, but I found with my grip, this clutch ring that separates the barrel from the hood provides excellent traction. This has now become a very durable everyday carry pen for me. The weight has increased by 6 grams as the pen is now 31 grams in weight, but it makes the pen solid and very nice, and I like it a lot.
I like it!
So let's assess this upgrade. The pen itself cost $22.70. The bobby bent nib that I replaced there it is, from the normal nib that it arrived with, cost $1.70, and the hood itself cost $16.50. With another $2.50 in shipping, this pen cost me a total of $43.40 US. I still think it's a great pen for the money. If I hadn't swapped out the nib, this pen wouldn't be in use at all. Now that it has this sleek new hood design, it will be used all the time now, rather than just occasionally. This is a win for me. And there you have it. You'll find a link to my son's Etsy store in the description below. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to ring that bell to get instant notifications whenever a new video is posted. And that just leaves it for me to say, thank you for watching. And that's all she wrote.
I made this.